Hey everyone, welcome to BB Simplified by Dr. Vinky Sharma. Today we will begin with our marathon class on advertising management. In this course, the first unit talks about the introduction to advertising management. So let's begin and understand the meaning and the other factors related to advertising management. So we say that advertising is a paid, non-personal and mass communication tool that is used by companies or organizations to share information about their products, services or ideas. It has been seen that it uses different media platforms like newspaper, television, radio, social media, websites and outdoor hoardings to reach a large audience at the same time. The main purpose of advertising is to inform customers, persuade them and remind them about a brand. It also helps in creating the awareness, influence buying decisions and build a strong brand image. So in simple words, we can say that advertising is a bridge between the company and the customers that communicates what the product is and why it should be chosen. So this is the core idea behind advertising, which is creating awareness and influencing the buying behavior. There are some definitions that are given by various authors or associations. So let's now understand those. According to American Marketing Association, advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of what ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor. Similarly, Philip Kotler has also given a definition, and he said that advertising is a means of communicating information about a product or service to persuade the target customers. So we see that in both the definition, two words stand out. One, paid communication, and the other one is identified sponsor. This means advertising is always financed by someone and the audience clearly knows who the advertiser is. So these definitions, they highlight the structured and persuasive nature of advertising. Next, we'll understand the nature or characteristic of advertising. It's said that advertising has certain unique characteristics that make it different from other forms of communication. So let's understand them one by one. First, we say that advertising is always paid. Companies, they invest money to promote their products. Second, it is non-personal, right? So meaning the message is delivered to a large group and not to an individual. Third, we say that it is the sponsor is identified here, so people know which company is communicating with them. Fourth, advertising messages are clearly planned, structured and controlled, which means that we are doing it so that we can create the desired impact. Then we say that it also uses multiple media options and aims to build the demand, shape customers' perception and strengthen the brand identity. So it is using various medias and the aim is only to create the demand and to build the brand image. And yes, of course, we missed one characteristic here, that the reach is always a mass reach. So it is not personal, it is reaching the mass in one go. So we see that these characteristics, they show high advertising in both a communication activity and a strategic marketing tool. Next, now understand what is the scope of advertising. We say that it has got a very broad scope specifically in today's business environment. So let's understand how. It includes commercial advertising that promotes the consumer goods and services, and non-commercial advertising which is used by government bodies and NGOs for social causes. This corporate advertising helps build a company's overall image, while retail advertising supports the local stores, right? There is also industrial and trade advertising where businesses advertise to other businesses. Political advertising during elections and digital advertising on platforms like Google, YouTube, Instagram and Facebook, they have greatly expanded the advertising landscape, right? So from local shops to multinational corporation, almost every organization relies on these advertising, which makes its scope more dynamic, wide, as well as ever chosen by every company. Advertising again plays a very crucial role in the growth and success of the business. First, it helps in creating the brand awareness, which means it attracts new customers and helps introduce new products to the market. Then we say that advertising helps companies increase its sales, expand market reach, and gain a competitive advantage. It also further supports the brand building by creating a strong and positive image of the product in the minds of the customers. For marketers, advertising works as a powerful tool to communicate features, benefits, offers, and the value of the new product. So, in short, we can say that advertising is not just a promotional activity, it is indeed a strategic investment that helps business grow in the long run. We look at the importance of advertising to its customers now. It is equally important to the customers as well because it provides useful information about the product, prices, features, and the available alternatives to the customers. Further, it helps customers compare options and make the informed buying decisions. Advertising also introduces new products, so it creates the awareness about the new product or technologies and innovations to the customers. It further saves time by guiding customers towards brands that match their needs and preferences. Also, through advertising, consumers become aware of these offers, discounts, and the updates. So, consumer protection through transparency is also taken care with the help of the advertising. So, overall, we see that advertising empowers consumers by providing them knowledge, clarity, and choice, therefore helping them make a better decision in the marketplace. Here we need to understand that advertising not only benefits the business or consumers but also plays an important role in the society. How? Because we say that advertising encourages economic growth by stimulating the demand, which ultimately creates more jobs. Then advertising also influences the society by promoting the awareness about the social issues like health, education, environment, and safety. There are certain campaigns such as Swachh Bharat, right? So, polio vaccination and road safety, they are also good examples to socially beneficial advertising. Also, we say that advertising promotes innovation by encouraging companies to develop better quality product. So, overall, advertising contributes to social development, economic progress, and the public awareness as well. Now, let's understand the role of advertising. It plays multiple roles in marketing and communications. So, first, we say that it acts as a communicator. How? Because it conveys the accurate and persuasive information about the product. Second, it serves as a marketing tool by supporting product branding, positioning, and segmentation strategies. Third, we say that advertising works as a persuader because it influences consumer attitudes and also encourages them to choose one brand over the other. Next, we say that it functions as a reminder by keeping the brand more fresh in the customer's mind. Advertising also plays an important role in building the brand image and also creating the long-term value for the company. So, in short, advertising helps a brand get more attention, stay relevant, and remain competitive in the market. Next is the functions of advertising. Here we will look at these functions from the business perspective. So the various key functions of businesses are that first, it helps inform customers about the new products, features, prices, and availability. Then we say that it persuades the customers by highlighting the unique advantages or benefits of the brand. Again, it reminds customers to continue choosing the brand in the future and maintaining the strong customer loyalty. Advertising also supports brand building, helping create a positive and memorable identity. Additionally, it aids the personal selling by generating awareness and interest even before the salesperson meets the customers. It also promotes sales promotion by highlighting the special offers, discounts, and limited time deals. Overall, the primary function of advertising from the business perspective is to create demand and support the long-term growth of the organization. Now we look at the functions of advertising from the marketing perspective. So from marketing perspective, advertising again plays an essential role in strategy and planning specifically. First, it helps in positioning of the product where in the minds of consumers, whether the brand is premium or budgeted friendly or innovative. Advertising also helps differentiate the brand from competitors, which is very crucial in today's highly competitive market. Then we see that it supports market segmentation and targeting by delivering messages to specific groups such as youth, families, or professionals. Next, we say that advertising helps build an emotional connection between the brand and the customers through storytelling, visuals, and creative messages. And finally, it enhances the perceived value of the product, making the customers more willing to choose it over their alternatives. Thus, we can see that advertising is deeply integrated into the core of modern marketing activities. Here we look at the key players in the advertising industry because it works through several key players who actually contribute to the entire communication process. The first key player is the advertiser or the client. The company that needs to promote its product or service is the client or the advertiser. For example, Amul, Coca-Cola or Samsung, they are what? They are the client or the advertiser. The second player is the advertising agency. These agencies are the ones that create the idea, design the ad campaign and plan media strategies. So there are some well-known agencies like Ologivy, JWT and Dentsu. The third player is the media organizations, which include TV channels, newspapers, radio stations, websites, social media platforms, and even the outdoor hoarding companies, wherever you see the advertisement displayed or shown. The next group includes suppliers and vendors, such as the photographers, printers, videographers, designers, and the production house who help in creating the advertisement material. And finally, the most important player is nobody but the audience. So this is the target consumer who views and respond to that advertisement which is created by all the other players of the advertising industry. Let's now understand various types of advertising. First, we'll have a look on the broad classification and then we will move on to the specific ones. The first one is the product advertising. This is the most common type because here it deals with promoting goods and services directly to the consumers. Next is institutional or corporate advertising. It focuses on building the company's image rather than promoting a specific product, which was the case in the product advertising. Next one is a brand advertising. It aims at building the long-term brand identity for any product. Then is retail advertising. It is used by local stores and shopkeepers to attract the nearby customers. Then if we talk about the national advertising and then we will look at the comparison with the local advertising. National advertising is used by large companies with a nationwide audience. While if we talk about the local advertising, it targets a specific region or cities. Then we also have consumer advertising, which targets the individual customers, and on the other hand we have industrial advertising which targets the other businesses. And then lastly there is trade advertising. It is directed towards the wholesalers, distributors and retailers. So these classifications actually help the businesses to choose the right type of advertising depending on their marketing goals. Also we need to understand here is that this type of advertising is chosen on the basis of its objectives, and on the basis of the target audiences. Now we will understand the types of advertising which is based on the medium. Right? We say that advertising is classified on the basis of the medium through which the message is delivered. Right? The first type is the print advertising, which includes newspapers, magazines, brochures, flyers. These print ads are one of the oldest and also one of the most trusted form of advertising. Next we have broadcast advertising, which includes television and radio advertising. These medias are highly effective. Why? Because they combine audio, visuals as well as storytelling to create the impact on the customers. Then comes digital or online ads, which covers social media ads, Google ads, YouTube advertisements, website banners, and email marketing. Now, this is the form of advertising which is actually growing rapidly because it allows precise targeting and also the real-time feedback. Another popular medium these days that we see is the outdoor advertising, which includes billboards, hoardings, banners, bus shelters, and the transit ads. Again, these are great for mass visibility. Then we also have mobile advertising, where ads appears on the smartphones through the apps, notifications, and the SMSs. And finally, we have transit advertising, which includes ads placed inside the buses, metros, taxis, or trains. So each of these medias, they have their own strengths and is chosen based on the target audience and as well as the campaign goals. Next, we look at the type of organization based on its purpose. So we will look at that what purpose does it serve. The first one is the informative advertising. It aims to provide details about the new product, its features, and how it works. So it is commonly used during the introduction stage of the product, because here the product requires to provide the information to the customers for it to be sold. Next is persuasive advertising. It aims to convince the customers to choose a particular brand and over its competitors. It highlights the benefits, emotions, and the reasons to buy that product. Next is reminder advertising. It is used to keep the brand alive in the minds of the customers. Especially here we are talking about the well-established brands, like we see hoardings of Coca-Cola and Amul. Right? Then there are comparative advertising. It is directly compare one brand with the other to show the superiority. For example, the detergent ads that are often compare cleaning powders or over the brightness feature. And lastly, there is reinforcement advertising. It is used after a purchase to reassure that customers that they made the right decision. So it helps build a loyalty. Like remember the tagline pehle istemal kare fir vishwas kare. So that is nothing but reinforcement advertising, that you use it, you trust it, and then you rebuy it. So these purposes, they allow the advertisers to design the messages according to the need of the customers, also the stage of the product in the market. Now let's quickly summarize that whatever we have learned in this session. We have learned that what is advertising, what is its meaning, and we have seen the definitions. We also learned about the scope and role of advertising. We have seen that what is the importance in the business, in the life of consumers, and what is the importance of advertising for the society. Then we learned about the key players in the advertising industry, the various types of advertising, and the core functions and characteristics of advertising. This is one very important slide that we have put up here. It is talking about the most repeated exam questions, specifically from Unit 1. This define advertising and explain its essential features. This is one of the most frequently repeated questions. Discuss the scope of advertising in modern business. Almost every year a variation is asked like such. Then explain the importance of advertising for maybe business, for consumers, or for society. They can ask for anyone, but for society this is very commonly repeated long answer question from 10 to 15 marks. Then who are the key players in the advertising industry? Explain their roles, again frequently asked because it covers advertisers, agencies and media model. Then what are the different types of advertising? Explain with examples. This also has appeared in almost every alternate years. What are the main functions of advertising? Explain in detail, again repeated in short as well as long forms. And finally, differentiate between commercial, corporate, retail and industrial advertising with examples, often asked in different forms, classifications, maybe short notes or differences. I hope you enjoyed today's session and learned whatever has been taught to you. Thank you so much for learning with BBA Simplified by Dr. Vinky Sharma. In the next video, we will be talking about and covering Unit 2, which is on public relations and publicity. Do like, share and subscribe for more marathon classes. Thank you so much for watching.